Xer.
Sick and tired of this world and the evil within it. And the scriptures of Yahuwah got so many offended. And our children indoctrinated and they hardly defend it. Gay marriage was a start to get it all implemented. And somebody tell these demons better leave our kids alone. Don't fit me, feel Yahuwah, he who sits on the throne. Liberal lunatics got all your kids wearing drag. And I'll say it to your face, you're not a woman, you a economy in shambles and inflation is rising. Civilization is collapsing and these babies is crying. 3 years after the pandemic, people suddenly dying. And we told you it was the poison, there's so many denying. The government is spraying chemtrails in the air. Train derailments are intentional, so many don't care. And we all facing problems, yeah, I have my share. Look at the world all around you, don't be caught unaware. Yeah. Crying out to you, Father, may you mend all the broken. And so many women hurting and so many men lonesome. And you say that we were chosen, I'm not bragging and boasting. And I'm praying like Yahushua, remove this cup that I'm holding. Sometimes I get mad, I start cussing and yelling. And I know I'm not perfect, you will judge my rebellion. And I won't lie about it, yes, the flesh is so weak. But I know you hear from heaven when I pray and I speak. The world is against me, go to war with the fallen. But my faith shall not depart, I know Yahushua is sovereign. And my life has been a struggle since the day of my birth. And the family that I know, they have only brought hurt. And the pain intensified when I was brought into the church. For what it was worth, I look within me to search. And I'm waiting on you, Father, however long it may be. And I run into your arms, that is my safety. Waiting.
Hey, Xer.
Yada Yahuwah, we are waiting on the blessed master, King Yahusha. I felt that that song was just so appropriate for this study. I need to start this out by apologizing to you guys. I know that I had planned to go live on Monday, or actually Sunday. I'm sorry. I meant to go live on Sunday, and I did not get a chance to do it. So my apologies to everybody here that showed up. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't show up. Y'all know I would never want to leave y'all hanging. So I have to give apologies to every single person that was here that, you know, was there. So I apologize, family. I apologize. It was my mistake. But we are here today. And we have some things to talk about. As you guys know, I discussed a little bit about this whole eclipse thing. But the more information that's coming out, the more things that they're saying about this, the more of the surrounding revolving events and distractions they're throwing at us is making me feel this is bigger than what they're telling us. And we're going to just take a look at some of the surrounding information. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to our moderators, Markia, Lady Yahudi. Let's see who else we have. Adia Maccabee Jones. Shalom says, good to see you. All esteem to Yahuwah. Phil Lach Yahoo in the building. Shalom Ak, I'm glad to see you. Let's get it. We got Unapologetically Real in the building. Shalom family, nice to see you. And we have Lisa V in the building. Family, I know this is impromptu, but if you're not able to catch it because maybe you're at work, of course, this will be on the replay. So let's just jump into this, family. So first things first, we're going to talk about this situation with this eclipse. Now, there are some things that have come to my attention, and I just think it needs to be discussed. So let me share my screen. The first thing I want to show you guys is they are saying that this eclipse is going to be, it's going to make the sky completely dark. And immediately when I saw that, it made me think about Obadiah. It made me think about Joel. It made me think about Amos or Amos. It made me think about all these prophetic books about the judgment of the Most High. Now, I'm not saying that this is exactly what this situation will be, because we're going to look at what the scriptures say. But I do believe, and I've said this plenty of times, this is a sign from Yahuwah. Whether it happens exactly as what's written in Joel or Obadiah or whatever, it is a sign from the Most High, and that cannot be dismissed. So let's read this. This is Chicago News, Channel 5, and it says, will the sky go dark for the 2024 total solar eclipse? Here's what it will look like. And it says, you may have heard a total solar eclipse has taken place on April 8th, and much of the country, including parts of Illinois and the Midwest, will have the chance to see the rare spectacle as it happens. A total solar eclipse happens when the moon passes between the sun and the earth, completely blocking the face of the sun, says NASA. I have to always laugh when I see that word. Never a straight answer. That's what NASA stands for. Anyway, the eclipse path of totality will begin around 1 p.m. CT. The shadow of the moon will start out moving across Texas, up through Arkansas, then southeastern Missouri, southern Illinois, and into Indianapolis. From there, we'll travel through Ohio and up to the northeast with 13 states, in total appearing in the eclipse path of totality. According to experts, solar eclipse glasses will likely be needed to safely view the event, especially in areas like Chicago, where only a partial eclipse will be visible. But what exactly will it look like? In places like Carbondale, Illinois, which is an eclipse path of totality, the moon will briefly cover the sky or cover the sun entirely. And in Chicago, a partial eclipse will be visible. Even though it's a partial eclipse over Chicago, the skies are still going to get darker, with more than 90% of the sun getting covered. NBC5 meteorologist Kevin Jean said, you'll notice the crescent shape of the sun and all the shadows, and through your phone camera lens, it feels ominous, but it's a very exciting moment. I mean, when you understand prophecy, it does seem very ominous. And it's not because I'm afraid or I'm walking in fear, but I know what the scriptures say. And I understand the day of Yahuwah. If you understand the day of Yahuwah, what the Christians call the day of the Lord, one of the things that happens when it comes to this is the sky going dark. So let's just take a look at what the scriptures say. We're going to look at the scriptures real quick. I have some written down here. We're going to just go through these. And like I said, family, I'm not saying that this is that, but it's definitely a sign from Yahuwah. And those with eyes to see and ears to hear, who know the scriptures, are ready for whatever comes. Whether it is the day of Yahuwah or whether it's a sign from Yahuwah, just be ready for him. Okay? So let's get into these scriptures. Let me open up this app here. We're going to go through Joel. We're going to go through Zaphon Yahu. We're going to go through Machine. We're going to go to Amos, Yarm Yahu, Ayub, Yakazakal, Kazun, Mathath Yahu. All of these books pertain to the end times. And I just want people to kind of understand the season. You know, Yahusha rebuked his people because they could not discern the signs of the times. And we cannot be guilty of such feats where we are not paying attention to the signs. The Most High gave us signs. We need to be able to understand these signs. All right, family. Let me just share this real quickly. And we're going to get into these scriptures here. So we're going to start in the book of You All, or Joel. And we're going to start at 2. And we're going to just read what it says. All right. So we're going to start off in You All, chapter 2, 2 through 3. Then we're going to read 231 and 210. Blow a shofar in Ziyun and sound an alarm in my Kadosh mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the earth tremble, for the day of Yahuwah is coming, for it is near. A day of darkness and gloom, a day of clouds and thick darkness, like the morning clouds spread over the mountains. A people, many and strong, the like of whom has never been or shall there ever be again after them, to the years of many generations. Ahead of them, a fire is consumed, and behind them a flame burns. Before them, the land is like the garden of Adon or Eden, and behind them the desert waste, and there is no escape. So it says that this day of darkness is a day of clouds and thick darkness. Now, this is what some of these Christians are saying is like what they would call the 3 days of darkness. It doesn't say anything about no 3 days, okay? But this is what they confuse when it comes to these. Let's keep going. We're going to go to 231. or we'll start off at 2:28 just for context. And after this, it shall be that I pour out my ruach upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. We're seeing this right now, the outpouring of the ruach of Yahuwah. People are having dreams. People are starting to see things, understand the scriptures. He's pouring out his ruach as we keep going, 2:29. And also on the male servants, on the female servants, I shall pour out my ruach in those days. I shall give signs in the Shamayim upon the earth, blood and fire, and columns of smoke. The sun is turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the coming of the great and awesome day of Yahuwah. Okay, so we can see once again, the sun is turned into darkness. Could this be what this is? I don't know. I'm not going to say it is, but I'm just telling you to pay attention. All right, we're going to keep on going. Let's go to, we're going to also go to verse 10. So let me go back up here. The earth shall tremble before them, the heavens shall shake, sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars withdraw their brightness. So one of the things to look for when it comes to the day of Yahuwah, or what they call the day of the Lord, is darkness. It's total and cloudy and darkness. Okay, now let's go to the next scripture. We're going to go to Mashim, or Acts 2:20. We'll start off at 17 for context. And it shall be in the last days, says Alua, that I shall pour out my ruach on all flesh, as we just read. That was verified in you all, or Joel. And your sons and daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions. Your old men shall dream dreams. And also my male servants and my female servants, I shall pour out my ruach on those days, and they shall prophesy. And I shall show wonders in the heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire, vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, the moon into blood, before the great and coming splendid day of Yahuwah. So once again, we can see that it is supporting what we just read in the book of Joel. Okay, so when I see news articles telling us there's going to be darkness in broad daylight, that is something to pay attention to. All right, now the next thing we're going to look at is Zephaniah, or Zephaniah. It also talks about this. This is going to be Zephaniah, chapter 1, verses 14 through 18. All right, here we go. Near is the great day of Yahuwah, near and hurrying greatly, the noise of the day, or the Yom Shah Yahuwah, the day of Yahuwah. Let the mighty man then bitterly cry out. That day is a day of wrath, a day of distress and trouble, a day of waste and ruin, a day of darkness, and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of shofar and sounding against the walled cities and against the corner towers. And I shall bring distress on men, and they shall all walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahuwah, and their blood shall be poured out like dust, and their flesh like dung. So once again, we are seeing the context of a day of darkness. It doesn't say nothing about 3 days, 4 days. It says a day of darkness. The day of Yahuwah is a day of darkness. No light up on the earth. Let's keep going. Now we're going to go to Amos, chapter 5, verse 20. And I'm just showing you guys this because I just want you to understand what could be coming, just so you're fully informed of what could be. We're going to start off at verse 18. Woe unto you who are longing for the day of Yahuwah. What does the day of Yahuwah mean to you? It is darkness and not light. There's that darkness again. As when a man flees from a lion, and a bear shall meet him, or enter his house, rested in his hand on the wall, and the serpent shall bite him. Is not the day of Yahuwah darkness and not light? It is not very dark, with no brightness in it. I have hated, I despise your festivals, and I'm not pleased with your assemblies. So once again, more proof. This is a day of darkness. Now I have a few more we're going to go through, and then I have some other stuff I want to show you guys. So this is Amos, and we're going to read 8, 9. We'll start at 8 for context. Shall the land not tremble for this, and everyone mourns who dwells in it, and all of it shall swell like the river, heave the subside like the river of Masraim. 8, 9. And it shall be in that day, declares the Master Yahuwah, that I shall cause the sun to go down at noontime. Okay, so we're talking about the middle of the day. The sun completely goes down, and during the middle of the day, it says noon. Now, I don't think that that's based upon our understanding of noon, but we can just apply the context of it'll be the middle of the day, and all of a sudden it will just go dark. This so-called solar eclipse is happening around 1 p.m. where I'm at on the Eastern Standard Time in the Midwest. So that would fit this as it being the middle of the day and it being dark outside. And shall darken the earth on a day of brightness. So it's supposed to be a day that's projected to be light outside. When you wake up in the morning, you might say Bukar Thub to everybody, see the sun outside, it's shining and everything. But then out of nowhere, when this eclipse happens, darkness. Something to pay attention to, family. It's just something to pay attention to. Like I said, I'm not here to tell you what is, what's not going to be. I don't know what the Most High is going to do. I'm just trying to get you to pay attention to these signs he's sending, because that can't be debated. All right, now we're going to go to Jeremiah or Yirmiyahu 4:28. All right. We'll start at 26. And I looked and saw the garden land was a wilderness, and all cities were broken down at the presence of Yahuwah by his burning pleasure, or his burning displeasure. For thus says Yahuwah, all the earth shall be a ruin, but I shall not make a complete end. On account of this, let the earth mourn and the heavens above be dark, because I have spoken, because I purpose and shall not relent, nor do I turn back from it. Okay, now we understand that Yirmiyahu is a prophetic book. Okay, so we know it has to do with the Babylonian captivity, but it also has to do with the deliverance of our people from the daughter of Babal, or the daughter of Babylon, which is your modern day America and your modern day lands of our captivity. Okay, so keep that in mind as we continue. All right, family, I'm going to get into some of these comments before we continue. I still have some more scriptures to share, but I'm definitely interested in what you guys have to say. Stephanie, shalom, sis, good to see you. All esteem to y'all. Hope you're well. Maurice Mashat says, remember Nineveh reopened, delayed destruction, but they got destroyed. Yes, Aki, absolutely. Very, very important. 2017 eclipse, 33 days later, Yahusha, 33 years. There's the wonder of the woman clothed with the sun, then 7 years later. Exactly. The numerology and all this is very telling when you really, really understand it. J.N. Armstrong, shalom, family. Peace and blessings to you as well. Shalom, barakah. Peace and blessings, family. Good to see you. Georgetta Panic says, I'm from Tennessee and would love to have connections with you. Thank y'all for this platform, because I feel alone in this journey. Family, let me let y'all know we have a Discord. Okay, that reminds me. We have a Discord now. All esteem to the Most High. I'm gonna. I said that I would announce it on my next stream. So please be sure to join the Yexer Malki Yahoo Discord, okay? Because we have a community for you guys to join. Let me just show you real quick. This is our Discord right here, okay? So when I'm doing video updates and stuff like that, you'll be notified. We have, we have a tab for you to share Abari Israelite music. We have a tab for you to have voice chat, prayer request. If you need prayer, we're there for you. If you want to learn ancient Abari, we started a tab for that. These are Abari words to teach you how to speak the language. I've got a whole bunch of words here in the Abari language to teach you how to speak it. Come over to the Discord, family. There's a lot of people you can reach out to, people you can talk to if you feel alone. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share the link in the chat. And I will also post it in the description box if you're catching the replay. So give me 1 second, family. I'm going to go ahead and post this link in here. Let's see. I was doing this from the phone, so I'm trying to figure out how to do it from here. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. All right. So we're going to invite. I'm going to post the link here. in the chat. And if you don't have Discord on your phone, just install it. You know, this link will bring you directly in. I'm going to partner you up with someone so you can have someone to check in with, someone to talk to. Now, some people have brought these Christians into the group, so we kind of have to set them because, listen, if you're a Christian and you know, are open to understanding the way of Yahuwah Yahusha, it has nothing to do with Christianity. You know what I'm saying? But for those who don't know, you know, we're here to teach you the ways of the Most High. All right, family, this Discord link is in the link, or it's in the description box, as well as the pinned comment. Be sure to click it. Come and join us over at Discord. We have a whole community of believers. And also, family, please be sure to contribute. If you have end times news, if you have you know, things going on you want to share with us, feel free to go and check out some of the categories so you can also post information that you may have. If you know any Abari Israelite music you want to share, feel free to do that. If you just want someone to talk to, someone to pray with, someone to go over the scriptures with, a prayer partner, this is what this community is for. Okay. Child of Yahuwah 89. Shalom. Good to see you. All esteem to Yahuwah. Marquiyat says, I downloaded today. All esteem to the Most High. Can't wait to see you there, sis. F.O. Judah was good. Good to see you. All praises to the Most High Yahuwah. Good to see you, family. Good to see you. Adaya Maccabee Jones says, me and my daughters are feeling alone also. I understand, sis, and that's why I've made this community specifically for that. You can reach me if you want to just have someone to message privately. Because you guys are coming into the Discord that didn't know about it, I'm going to probably partner up. I'm going to partner you up with somebody that you can check in with regularly. You know, feel free to reach out to any of us. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to partner you with someone. I'll partner you with a prayer partner, someone to pray with, someone to talk to, someone to keep in contact with, to check in with you at least once a day. Okay? I know we all have lives to live, but we're here to kind of gather together in Yahuwah and Yahusha. Okay? So if you feel alone, this is why I created this Discord. So we can all fellowship, whether I'm live, whether I'm not live, whatever the case might be. And I'll be, you know, posting stuff there regularly. And I'm going to update it. But you guys also need to do your part to contribute to this Discord. If you have information or you have scriptures you want to share, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? This Discord is a good place for you. Obadiah says, have you noticed that the eclipse is starting from the southwest and ending in the northeast? Yes, Aki, I have noticed that. It's this is what I'm saying. It's so much to this that I just can't ignore and throw out. Tashara, shalom, sis. Good to see you. All esteem to Yahuwah. Clarice says, yep, we isolated Israelites too. See, I'm so glad you guys are telling me this. You know what I'm saying? Because we now have a way so you don't feel like that. Okay? Please join the Discord. All right? And I'm not doing this because, you know, I want to like take advantage of the fact that people are alone. Homie, I know what it's like. I know what it's like. My family completely turned their backs on me when I started calling on Yahuwah Yahusha. I understand what y'all are going through. But we have to be there for each other. You know what I'm saying? And to the nations that cleave, you know what I'm saying? We're here for you too. We got to just uphold each other in this. That's what the Most High would want. But you're not alone, sis. The Most High led you here to this community, to this channel. The Most High led me to make this Discord so we can all gather together no matter what time of the day or night. That Discord is open for you. Okay? And you'll always be able to be updated when I'm dropping new videos and stuff as well. Carlos, not Sareem, all esteem to Ab Yahuwah, all esteem to the Most High. Good to see you. I ain't seen you in a minute. Yahukanan, Yasharah, shalom, family. Good to see you. All right, family. Shalom, family. I'm sorry I missed your other shows. It's okay, beloved. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I understand I kind of go live randomly. You know what I'm saying? So I totally understand. But I'm glad you're here with us. We love you, sis. All right, family. So I still have some more stuff to show you. So let's keep going. We're going to get back to the scriptures in a second. Let me just go through some more stuff here. So let me share my screen and we're going to take a look at some more stuff because listen, family, there are so many distractions going on right now. And I'm here to let you guys know, do not fall for a lot of these distractions because that's all it is. All right. So they're essentially saying that this eclipse right here is going to darken the sky. Now, we just read some of what the scripture said about this. So I'm just telling you to keep your eyes peeled. All right. This might be a good time for them to bring about their Project Blue Beam deception, their fake rapture, whatever it is. Keep your eyes peeled, but do not operate in fear. All right. Now, this next thing I wanted to talk about is Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore collapses after being struck by a cargo ship. Search and rescue underway. Now, I didn't really know about this. Our beloved sister, Lady Yaudi, our beloved moderator, she's in the building. Shout out to her. She wrote me about this morning before I went live, and I don't really know what to make of it. I just feel like it's just another distraction. Do I think that it was on purpose? Most likely. Most likely. People say that this is the year of exposure. You better believe if it's the year of exposure, it's the year of distraction too. And they will use people cleaving to this idea of exposing evil, and miss certain things that are happening right now. Do you think it's a coincidence? Let me ask you guys an honest question. Hold on, let me come back on the screen. Do you guys think it's a coincidence? Most of our people are deciding to vote for Donald Trump. Out of all these years, they are deciding to vote for Donald Trump during a presidential election. There's obviously a sign from the Most High. Do y'all see? This is not a coincidence, family. They're going to be so distracted by Donald Trump, they are going to miss what Yahuwah is showing, what Yahuwah is warning them of, because Babylon got them distracted with this white, you know what I'm saying, heathen Donald Trump. They done threw away Joe Biden. They said, we not voting for you no more. Now we got niggas for Trump, you know, and all this other goofy stuff. This is all a distraction. They knew that there was going to be an eclipse this year, because in the last time I talked about this, I told you that they've been preparing this for like 2 years, probably longer than that. They knew that this was going to be a sign from the Most High. They knew this. And now the melanated children of Yasharal are distracted by this politics stuff. Trump is going to be the perfect person to distract them from what the Most High is trying to show his children. Do not be one of them. Do not get caught up in this, you know what I'm saying, political atmosphere. Okay? 2 wings of the same bird, 2 fries of the same meal, 2 tomatoes in the same salad, 2 spoons in the same bowl. Come on, y'all. We can keep going all day. We can keep going. 2 heads on the same snake, 2 shoes on the same foot. It's all part of their game. Politics is the greatest distraction tool against us, family. Not a coincidence that, you know, this is a presidential year, and our people are so distracted by, you know, what these politicians are talking about. I don't desire no heathens to rule over me. Neither should you. We already have a king we got to obey. Unapologetically real says 2 cheeks of the same bum. See, unapologetically real gets it, family. They get it. I don't care about what these heathens got going on, these presidents. I'm waiting on Yahuwah. Yeah. Hey, Charlie, he's Charlie 89 says not niggas for Trump. I kid you not, homie. I kid you not, Aki. They really are saying that. And it's just interesting because literally in 2016, niggas was against Trump. You know what I'm saying? But you see how they play these games with us, these mind games, right? What Biden and Kamala and the rest of them are doing is on purpose. This was part of their game. It's controlled opposition, right? They play mind games with you. They make you think that one side is completely inept, and automatically, what are you going to do? You're going to go to the other side thinking that they can do better. And then they're going to bring about these problems that the other side said that they're going to fix. So people were mad because Trump was talking about building a wall, and now they see the illegals coming in, and now they're automatically going to say, okay, I'm going to vote for the guy that said he's going to build a wall. Listen, y'all, Trump ain't stopping what the Most High is going to do. Babylon, her fate is sealed, and none of these heathens are going to stop what the Most High is going to do. My only word to you, beloved Mashbaka, is do not fall for these deceptions. Do not fall for the black celebrity news, Diddy getting arrested. How long has he been buck breaking people? How long have we been telling you what type of stuff he's into? How long have we been telling you that he's been having whole Negro hot dog parties? How long have we been saying this? And now it's coming out? Now he's being exposed? Now people are paying attention? How long have Cat Williams been talking about niggas wearing dresses? How long have we been saying these things? Just regular people. How long has Cat Williams himself been saying this? This is going to be the year of Black celebrity news going crazy. These celebrities that are suddenly supporting Trump, okay, this is part of the way that they're going to distract you, because they know that a lot of us follow this manufactured-ish culture that's not ours. Beyonce doing country music. You know the white folks got a problem with that. Do you not see they're distracting you? It's very, very simple, family. I just want you guys to see through the foolishness. NEK says the only difference is the elites have stopped protecting Diddy. Exactly. And there will be more that are attached to him that will be exposed. But while we're so caught up in what they're doing, we could miss what the Most High is trying to tell us. So yeah, I hear about it. I don't go and purposefully look for it. It just shows up on my timeline. But I'm keeping my eye on Yahuwah. I'm keeping my eyes on his signs. I'm keeping my eye on what his word says and how he's going to deliver his children. And we got to do the same, because I'm ready to go, y'all. I'm tired of this place. I'm tired of the wickedness. I'm tired of the pride of Edom. I'm tired of all of this, bro. I don't want to be here anymore. And when I say like I don't want to be here, I'm saying like not like I want to unalive myself. I'm just saying I'm ready to leave Babylon. I'm ready to leave. And the Most High, if this is a sign from him, and I've gotten confirmation, this sign that he's about to send for his children and those who cleave to his children, it is nothing to be afraid of. It is reassurance. He is with us and he is about to move. Now, let's keep going. I'm going to get back to the comments in a second. We still got some more stuff to get into, so let's get to it. All right. Now, what's interesting to me is the whole Baltimore thing. They're declaring a national emergency over this. Let me see. I have this this thing pulled up. Let me see. Where is it? The governor was saying that this is going to be a national emergency. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, family. I'm looking for it. Now, isn't that interesting? Because they were saying the same thing about the eclipse. This is a national emergency. In certain parts of Chicago, Illinois, they're saying that this is going to be a national emergency. So we're seeing that being used in many different situations. Now, do you remember in 2020 what they also called a national emergency? That whole yeah. And that's another thing. They are about to roll out part 2, the sequel, when it comes to the yeah. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. So this is apparently the bridge right here. We're on X right now, and people were driving on it, and apparently the boat passed from underneath it, and it literally smashed and fell apart. So there have been some casualties as a result of this, which I find very, very interesting. So more sacrifice, more blood sacrifices taking place. Just very, very interesting. There's actually... Oh yeah. Oh boy. Family, this is just insane. Oh, look at here. Look at that. Cargo ship collides with Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland. Emily, similar to the movie Leave the World Behind. Oh, now it's all starting to make sense. In Leave the World Behind, there is a part where the bridge collapses. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Once again, do y'all remember that? Predictive programming. Also in Leave the World Behind, wasn't there a national emergency? Weren't the phones out? Wasn't there darkness? Predictive programming, family. You think it's a coincidence that movie came out and then a few months later, the power might go out. Bridge collapse. Cyber threat. Well, this happens. Y'all see what's going on, family? They are playing with us out here. And I'm not saying that they're not showing us truths, but I just find this very, very interesting. Now, here it says that there was loss when it comes to this boat, which caused it to basically collapse into the bridge. See, that says power loss. Look at that. You see how the power went out on the boat? Look at this. Now it's all starting to make sense. Then it turns back on. You see that? And then the thick smoke coming up. Wow. And then it just smashes right into it. Then the power goes out again. Recovery, the power turns back on. Boom, crashes into the bridge. Whew, boy, they really playing with us out here. Look at that. Bang. So the power went out on the boat several times before it actually crashed into the bridge. Now, you know the whole situation with the cell phones that happened a few weeks ago. We talked about that. A lot of the phones were shut down. People could not use them. You know what I'm saying? Now, me, I have a T-Mobile, and I was able to use my phone no problem. But Verizon and AT&T were no longer working. They've been warning about these cyber attacks for a very long time. Now, let's take this a step further. Now, y'all know how I talked about the situation with Russia, okay? Vladimir Putin has admitted that he didn't admit himself, but he showed proof that the ancient Israelites were black. Isn't it interesting how, as of late, he is under fire for saying that the LGACD TV is an extremist group, drawing criticism for teaching this or saying this and pushing this, basically persecuting anybody who is LCD. Let's read what this says. It says, Russia's Supreme Court has ruled that the Rainbow Gang should be designated as extremists in a move that's representative of gay and trans people fear will lead to arrest and prosecutions. Okay, so do you see how this can be tied to us? Okay, we are sitting here. Now, I'm not doing it, but a lot of our people are sitting here thanking Putin for revealing this when the Most High revealed this a long time ago. They're just now waking up. We've been telling our people for a very long time. Why is it always when it comes from a white person, we won't listen, but when it comes from our own, we don't care? I'm not sitting here giving him any credit. I'm giving credit to the Most High Yahuwah that has revealed these things, okay? But the problem with this, though, is because black people are praising him for revealing who we are when the Bible clearly tells you who you are. Just read it for yourself. But then this comes out a few days later. It almost seems like Putin is being thrown under the bus, and anyone that sides with him, for example, admitting who we are, proving who we are, revealing who we are, is going to be thrown under the bus right along with him. Be careful associating with these heathens because there's always an agenda behind revealing certain truths. There's always an agenda. Now, keep in mind, recently, there was also a concert bang bang situation. I got to be careful with the words I use. March 24th. Suspects in deadly concert hall attack facing life imprisonment. Here's what we know. So do you see all these events surrounding Russia? And then he just so happens to reveal to the world that we are the biblical Yasharim or Israelites. None of this is a coincidence, gang. None of this is a coincidence. It says all 4 suspects in the Crocus City Concert Hall attack case have been remanded into pretrial detention until May 22nd. They are charged with committing a terrorist act according to the courts of general jurisdiction of the city of Moscow, which under the Russian criminal code is punishable by up to life imprisonment. 3 of the defendants pled guilty of all charges, according to state news agency TASS, or are from Tajikistan, a former Soviet republic, and had been in Russia on either temporary or expired visas. Russia's attack left at least 137 people deleted. The attack is Russia's deadliest in 2 decades. Okay, do you see how a lot of what's going on right now can easily be blamed on Russia? Do you see how this Black Hebrew truth can be blamed on Russia? Do you see how anyone that attaches themselves in any way and affiliates themselves with Putin because he brought out this truth about who we are can be deemed an extremist? Okay, do y'all see what they're doing? None of this is a coincidence, family. None of this is a coincidence. We got to see things for what they are. Now, let me get into these comments here. Please hit the like button. Yes, tell them, Lady Yaudi, family, smash that like there's no tomorrow. Smash that like. Stephanie M says, why bring up that Yahusha is black at this time? Exactly. We've known, obviously, but it's just so convenient that this eclipse is about to happen. And he decides, actually, you know what, sis? Let me say this, Stephanie. This was revealed through Putin quite some time ago. That video of him showing the Black Messiah, that's been out. That video is old. But the fact that it's starting to pick up traction and experience some sense of virality is very telling, because he did that probably sometime last year. In the Gregorian year of 2023, he revealed that. So I just find it interesting. It's just now going viral. Now, am I saying that the Most High doesn't have a hand in this? Because there's a lot that's being revealed in this time to prepare his children for what could be coming? Absolutely. But that video is old, family. And yes, Putin does have his own agenda, as Praying for an Ali Shah has said. The whole truth, so help me out, says the whole system has thoroughly conditioned us. We must break conditioning. I stopped trying to follow their world antics and must focus on my Israelite teachings and live accordingly. Absolutely. And what I'm saying, family, is that I am not at all saying that we shouldn't be aware of what's going on in this world, right? We should know, right? Because if we're not paying attention, then how are we able to understand the devices of our enemies? Okay, we should know. But we cannot become so oversaturated with what the enemy is doing where we are not still prioritizing the Most High Yahuwah. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of what your enemy is doing. But don't forget what the Most High has revealed and what he has promised. Because I see a lot of time, you know, when I used to be heavy into like exposing darkness, exposing the wickedness, following Ephesians 5:11, you know, have no fellowship with the works of darkness, but expose it. A lot of times when you expose too much wickedness, you start to become what you're exposing. It can start to have an effect on you psychologically, which is why I pay attention to the end times, but I don't get so sucked up into it. Reading some more of these comments here. Markia says, we have nothing to gain by forcing people to accept Yahushua Mashiach. Continue to worship your white Jesus in peace. Facts. See, the thing about Yahuwah, family, is he does not at all force us to believe anything. He gives us a choice. When the Most High wants worship, he wants authentic worship. He wants authentic obedience. So it's not going to come from my mouth. It's not going to come from your mouth. It's going to come from someone who's circumcised in the heart to say, I truly want to follow Yahuwah. He does not want inauthentic worship. And the Most High Yahuwah is not stupid. He's not foolish. He knows if you're truly doing this because you want to have bragging rights on social media, you want to be accepted amongst certain Nabari circles. He also knows the heathens that claim to love him and want to follow him, but don't accept his people and just are using us to try to save their souls. Woe unto them. He does not want fake, inauthentic obedience. He wants you to serve him with your whole heart, mind, body, and soul. So if you're more comfortable with your fake white Messiah that can't save you, good luck with that. Because like I said, I've said it plenty of times. There is no salvation in anyone else but his son, Yahusha HaMashiach, the Messiah. So if the heathens created JC, if the heathens are not the chosen people and the Negroes are, and you know the truth, but you reject it because the white lie is more comfortable, you can follow your white Jesus white to the lake of fire. It doesn't make it, I am not affected in the slightest about it, because I clearly believed in your white Jesus at one point and had no problem with his color. We aren't like a lot of these other nations, bro. We're really not. You know, we accepted the white Jesus. We didn't claim to be racist. We didn't find every way to deflect. We thought it was the truth and we accepted it. I used to walk around with the Jesus piece on, the white Jesus, because I thought that was the truth. Then I found out it wasn't. Did I, turn away from the truth when I found out that it was a lie? Of course I did, because it wasn't the truth. So y'all don't have the same mindset when it comes to Yahusha the Messiah, because you rather your sour cream supremacy is your idol. Whew, that's powerful. Sour cream supremacy has become your idol. And if JC represents sour cream supremacy, that is idolatry. Putting aside the Messiah, who didn't care if you were white, who didn't care if you were Edomite, who didn't care if you were descendant of the fallen, as long as you accept his blood, you could be saved. The Most High was merciful enough to let you in through his son. But your sour cream supremacy and your white privilege has become your idol. Idolatry is anything that has precedence over the Most High. So if you are using this false ideology to reject the Messiah, that's idolatry. And that goes directly against his Torah. Woe unto you. Continuing on here. Let's see. Let me read some more of these comments. Abimelech Harlam Yahuda. Is it good that it is being revealed? But yes, he did reveal it in like November or December. Exactly. So I don't find it a coincidence that it's just now picking up traction. And also, I will say this too. We talk about distractions, right? I don't believe that this is at all the smallest portion of what else is going to be revealed about us. The Israelites, our people, can't be too distracted by what these heathens are revealing. Because at the end of the day, you can be so focused on looking to what he's revealing and not what the Most High is revealing. Now that you know the truth, get into that Torah, keep the laws, keep the commandments, accept his son Yahusha HaMashiach, and keep your eyes on the Most High. The messenger of Yahuwah says the Nephilim are savable. So if you are of the RH negative bloodline and you are a descendant of the Nephilim, can you be saved? Absolutely. Absolutely, you can. But you must accept the blood of the Messiah, because I believe the blood of the Messiah can cleanse all things. Yahuwah told us to preach the Bashurah, or the good news of Yahusha, to all nations and to all creatures. Doesn't make a distinction between, the Edomites and the Gentiles. He just said, preach the Bashurah to everyone. Matter of fact, let's take a look at what the scriptures say. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. And let's let the scriptures speak. So we're going to go to 1 John 2, 2 through 3. 1 John, or Yahukanan Rishun, my little children, I write this to you so that you do not transgress or sin. And if anyone sins, we have an intercessor with the Father, and Yahusha, the Messiah, a righteous one. And he himself is an atonement offering for our sins, and not ours only, who is Yasharah, but also for the whole world, for all the world. So, I take that for what it says. His blood cleanses all things. But you have to accept him in truth and righteousness. Got to change your heart, change your mind, become a new creature. If we are new creatures in the Messiah, we become a new creation in the Messiah. That should even apply to people of the fallen bloodline. Okay? I just want to make that clear. Let me see. Reading some more of this. Phil Yahoo says, we accepted your pale face earth pig, and now we know that's a false image, and you don't want the real King Yahusha. Yeah, exactly. And I think honestly, when you read the book of Second Baruch, it talks about how the Messiah is appointed to slay those who have trodden down upon us, and those who have not trodden down upon us will be spared. And this is why I'm saying Trump is the perfect person. See, what they're going to try. Let's just say hypothetically, Yahuwah is going to bring us out this year, whether a little bit after the eclipse or the day of. I feel like what will happen is they will create some sort of civil war. Now, they got a movie coming out this year actually called Civil War. Let's look at that real quick. I found that very interesting with the whole leave the world behind thing. And now they have a movie called Civil War. Obviously, Marvel made a movie about Civil War as well. Let me just pull this up real quick. I find this very, very interesting, family. Let me share the screen real quick here. So this is the film right here, Civil War. It's an apocalyptic movie. I guess we can read a little bit about it. In the dystopian future America, a team of military embedded journalists races against time to reach Washington, D.C. before rebel factions descend upon the White House. Now, I think this movie comes out. I don't know if it's out already. Oh, it looks like it is out. Oh, wait, no. It comes out April 11th. Okay, gotcha. So they have this Civil War movie coming out. We already saw Leave the World Behind. As I mentioned before, they have a Civil War movie with Captain America. I believe that was DC. Was it Marvel, DC? I think it was, yeah, that's Marvel because it's Captain America. So they've been telling us this for a while. And also, here's another movie to think about. The Purge election year. You remember that? Remember how they had a Purge movie that surrounded the election? That could be very interesting. That could have some sort of predictive programming to it. Remember this movie right here? Remember that? Yeah. There's a lot of things that they put in your face. And I think that they're actually working on another Purge movie. So just something to pay attention to. Let me keep reading. Tashara Chada Yahu says, I feel like there's a hidden message because they kept saying they're coming and there's nothing we can do to stop it. And their aim is unaliving scientists. Tashara, sis, what are you talking about exactly? Something about they are coming. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. Tashara also says there's a new series in Netflix called 3 Body Counts. Really? Let's look that up. So when you see all these movies that they're throwing out there, it really makes you wonder, what are they trying to tell us? 3 Body... Is it called 3 Body Problem? Because that's what I'm seeing here. Oh, Netflix, yeah. All right, let's read about this. Let's take a look at this. Our beloved sister recommended it. Let's see what it says. So this is the show, I'm assuming, a complete guide to the 3 Body Problem cast and characters. The series begins during China's Cultural Revolution in the 60s when a young woman makes a fateful decision that reverberates across space and time into the present day, when the laws of nature inexplicably unravel a tight-knit group of brilliant scientists which must join forces with an unflinching detective to save humanity. So I'm assuming these are the main characters of the show. Spanning multiple continents, cultures, and timelines, the series is purposefully global in nature. This is very much a story about humanity and humanity's struggle with a seemingly unsolvable mystery that snowballs into a full-on existential crisis. So we wanted to represent as much as possible all of humanity. We wanted people from all over the world to try to make this a very diverse international cast to represent the idea that isn't just one country's struggle, it's a global struggle to survive. And also, here's another thing I want to bring up as well. This is another thing I think is also very telling. Let me show this to you real quick. Give me 1 second. I don't know if you guys have heard about what's been going on in Haiti, but apparently there is this Freemason dude, okay? And he is going around cannibalizing people. Let me pull him up real quick. His name is, this is why I say, bro, like people need to wake up and understand all of this stuff is scripted. Everything about this is scripted. Everything the news is telling you, it is all freaking scripted. Okay? Let me show you this dude. This dude literally has Freemason symbolism right on his neck, clearly showing you that he's probably Prince Hall Black Boule. Let me see if I can find an image of him with the Freemason logo. Okay, so basically this dude right here has taken over Haiti. It says Haiti's new warlord is a literal cannibal named Barbecue. You just can't make this crap up. Yeah, because it's all fake. Okay, but this dude is going around basically cannibalizing people. I don't know how true that actually is, but I'm trying to find an image of him because it's literally an image of him with the Freemason necklace. So essentially, Haiti's been taken over by Freemasons. Let me see. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me see if I can pull this up. Ah, there it is. Look at that. Come on, y'all. Come on. Everything is a lie. Everything is a freaking lie. And people are really scared. And they're like, oh, well, you know, this is really dangerous. And so what I find more interesting about this family is this dude is flooding Haitians to Florida. Now, if you know about Florida, Florida is one of the most anti-Black states out there. Look at the governor, Ron DeSantis. He's pushed nothing but sour cream supremacy throughout his whole campaign. And I just find it interesting that this guy is literally wearing a Freemason necklace. And he calls himself Barbecue. Okay, so they're flooding in these people into Florida, which is one of the most anti-Black states out there. Obviously, a lot of the Haitians are Israelites. Okay, so I find that interesting. It just seems to me like it's setting a stage for a civil war. We just talked about that. This is the perfect thing to bring that forward. Okay, so nothing is without them obviously showing it to you and scripting this. This is planned way ahead of time. Okay. Now there is a video of some cannibalism going on with this. It says gruesome cannibal gangs led by Barbecue take over Haiti. So I just find it interesting that he was just able to just take it over. And like somebody literally can't delete this dude if they really wanted to. Everything is scripted, family. This is all a lie. I kind of laugh because you really can't make this stuff up. Oh, Annie K says, yup, I'm in Florida. So, sis, you probably know about, they've been talking about these Haitians coming over there. So you've got the Hispanics flooding into places like Texas. Okay. You've got the Haitians flooding into places like Florida. And not just that, but they're also saying that these illegals have the right to bear arms. This is a very dangerous game they are playing. Let me show you this article right here. It says judge rules illegal immigrants have bang bang rights protected by Second Amendment. Decisions on GUN rights for illegal immigrants has divided the Second Amendment community. So these people can just literally come here and go ahead and get themselves a bang bang. Wow. Wow. Do y'all see what is going on? It's about to get dangerous out here. Esther, thank you, sis. A lot of the people that are coming over here are not just Haitians. They're not just Hispanics. They are also Chinese soldiers, okay? These are military-aged men. These are not, you know what I'm saying, women and children. These are military-aged men. They are going to destroy the Babylon America from within, okay? This is ripe for a civil war. And guess who everyone's going to target? You, Yasharal, which is why I'm saying do not be distracted by everything else that's going on. Be aware, but be ready for the Most High to move, because there's no way that he's going to allow us to be deleted by these other nations. And if you read Jeremiah, Yirmiyahu, he said he's going to bring the other nations to destroy Babylon. As a matter of fact, let's look at the scriptures, y'all. I'm having a little bit of issues with my connection here, family. So bear with me as some of this cuts out. But yes, beloved sister Esther says that these people are also Chinese immigrants. Listen, China does not allow people to just come over to the U.S. Let me see. Let me see if I can show this to you. Let me just open this up here. Let's see here. Right here. Look at this. Let me show this article. This is Chinese migrants are the fastest growing group crossing from Mexico into the U.S. at the southern border. And you can see these Chinese citizens. Now, you got some women, you've got some children, but this is mostly military age men that are just crossing here. Obviously, the border is not secured. Now, if you think that these individuals are not trained in the Chinese army, you've got another thing coming. It says the number of migrants arriving at the southern border is unprecedented. Last year, U.S. Customs and Border Protection recorded 2.5 million instances of detaining or turning away people attempting to cross into the United States from Mexico. So what's the fastest growing group among them? Chinese migrants. Yes, you heard that right. Chinese. We saw large groups, including many from the middle class, come through a Ford Gap at the end of a border fence 60 miles east of San Diego. The illegal entryway is a new route for those hoping to live in America. And just after sunrise, we saw the first group of migrants take their way from Mexico through a gap between the 30-foot steel border fence and rocks, ducking under a razor wire. So you can see they're literally just coming in through this gap right here. There's no ICE right here to deport them. There's no armed agents. There's nothing of the sort. They're just letting these people come in. Okay, there is no security at the border because that's part of the game. So we're going to go to Yashayahu. Or I'm sorry, not Yashayahu, Yahu, Jeremiah. And we're going to read about the destruction of Babylon, because this is what I'm saying. What I'm seeing and what's being explained in this scripture is talking about the destruction of America through other nations. So let's take a look at what it says. We're going to start off at Jeremiah 50. This is judgment on Babylon. Let me switch to the Sefer. All right. The word that Yahuwah spoke against Babal and against the land of the Chazadim by Yahu the prophet, or the Nabi, Ha-Nabi. Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Babal is taken, Baal is confounded, Marodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north, out of the lands of the north, are you paying attention? There comes up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. Jeremiah 50, verse 4. In those days and in that time, says Yahuwah, the children of Yasharal shall come, and they and the children of Yahuwah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek Yahuwah, Alua Hekam, their Alua. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to Yahuwah in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They've turned away on the mountains. They've gone from mountain to hill. They've forgotten their resting place. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against Yahuwah, the habitation of justice, even Yahuwah, the hope of their fathers. Remove out of the midst of Babal, and go forth out of the land of Chazadim, but as he goes before the flocks, lo, I will raise and cause to come against Babal an assembly of great nations. So Yahuwah will cause an assembly of great nations from the north country to come against America, to come against Babal, to come against these lands of our captivity. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man, and none shall return in vain. And Chazadima shall be a spoil, and all that spoil her shall be satisfied, says Yahuwah. Satisfied, says Yahuwah. Because you were glad, because you rejoice, O you destroyers of my heritage, because you've grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellows at bulls, your mother shall sore be confounded. She that bore you shall be ashamed. Remember, America's the daughter of Babylon. Okay, so you had ancient Babylon, you had Nimrod's Babylon, and you had Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon. America is the daughter of Babylon. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert, because the wrath of Yahuwah, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goes by Babal shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Very telling. So we can see that this is coming into fulfillment. We have all these nations from the north. We've got Russians. We've got Chinese. We've got, Hispanics. We've got all these different nations that are coming into her that will destroy her. We see the plagues that are coming up on her. Obviously, the situation. Let me show you this. Let me show you something else. Speaking of Florida, look at this, y'all. This is a plague from the Most High for sure. That's why I'm not surprised it's happening in Florida. Let's see here. So this was actually talked about last week. This is a plague upon these nations that hate us. Take a look at this. Remember how I told you about the curses being reversed on the nations? Take a look at this. Leprosy in Florida. How worried should we be? Why this ancient, widely misunderstood disease has been in the news. Yes, people, Florida is being infected with leprosy. I kid you not. To the heathens, enjoy your plagues. Enjoy your, all this wickedness you said about us and all this evil. The Most High is judging. It says the media uproar that swirled a few weeks ago around leprosy in the U.S. drew attention away from ongoing heat and extreme weather. Okay, so ongoing heat and extreme weather, okay, that pose far more danger to most of us. Well, not the melanated ones, obviously. But does a single case of a man diagnosed with leprosy in Central Florida suggest that anywhere in the U.S. could get leprosy? Might this become the next pandemic? Just how worried should we be? These are the judgments of the Most High. You heathens, if you're watching, need to repent, cleave to his people, love his people, accept his Messiah, because it's not going to get better for you. Okay? Even the cat, dog, cat. Okay? The C for cat, D for dog, C for cat confirms a leprosy outbreak in Florida. Judgment, judgment, judgment. So I'm just bringing this stuff out so the nations can understand Yahuwah is not playing. These signs we're seeing, these signs that's being revealed, these signs that are coming up on these nations is about our redemption and the judgment of those who have afflicted us. You either going to cleave or you are going to bereave. That's totally up to you. I'm making this video to warn you. If I didn't care about you, I would just be literally telling you like, hey, keep at it. You're going to be all right. I wouldn't even make a video warning you about this. I'm telling you to cleave. It's the only way out of here. Otherwise, you will be left behind and you will be destroyed. There's no way out of this. Deuteronomy, Dabarim, 30 verse 7 is happening before our very eyes. And just in case you might have doubts, we're going to take a look at it, because everything that we had to experience is slowly reversing, slowly coming up on the nations. And we know that this is no small thing when it comes to this leprosy thing, family. Because if it was a small thing, the cat, dog, cat would not be admitting it could possibly be something that they have to worry about. And what's even more interesting is that they're mentioning this when it comes to extreme heat. Very telling that leprosy would strike during a time of extreme heat. And this was only last year that this was spoken of. Yeah, very, very, very telling here. Let's see. I have something here I want to show you guys, but I don't think I have it here. I got to go to my hard drive, and I do not have my hard drive pulled up here. So let me pull up my Facebook real quick. I have it on my Facebook. We're going to just go to my Facebook, and I'm going to show you guys this interesting thing. I've talked many times about these curses being reversed on these nations. But we're going to just take a look at what that means, because I know I've talked about this in the past, but we've got a lot of new people on here, and I just want to make something clear. So let's just take a look at this. I'm going to go to my Facebook, and we're going to take a look at this this post here. So give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Okay, it's not there. Okay, I know I posted it on my Facebook. Just trying to find it. Okay, here we go. All right, family, let's full screen and let's take a look at this. I'm here on Facebook. Let me minimize this. Sis just wrote me. Okay, I'll write you back, sis. All right, let me full screen this real quick here. Let's just take a look at this real quick. All right. So I wrote about this before, and I said the curses that were placed on us by Yahuwah in Deuteronomy or Devarim 28, 15 through 68 will be placed upon our enemies and to the nations grafted in. Go and warn your people of what's coming. To the nations grafted in, you will not have to worry about these curses, but to your family members, to the Christians around you, you have to go warn them of what's coming. Okay? It's already happening now, and it will get worse. This is Devarim or Deuteronomy 30, verse 7. And Yahuwah Alua Heka, your Alua, will put these curses upon your enemies and on them that hate you, which persecuted you. Let's make this a little bit bigger. All right? Now, let's just look at these curses that we experienced, and you can just imagine in your mind how this will affect the nations that hate us. He said he will do this to those that hate us and those which have persecuted us, our enemies. All right? Cursed shall you be in the city and the field. Deuteronomy 28:3. Scarcity of food, famine. Deuteronomy 28:17 and Deuteronomy 28:5. Infertility. Devarim 28:18. Instability. Devarim 28:20. Sickness. Devarim 28:22. Drought, Devarim 28:23 to 24, defeated before your enemies. Devarim 28:25, your carcass will be food for the birds and the beasts. Deuteronomy 28:26, confusion and mental illness. Devarim 28:28, wives will be violated. Devarim 28:30, stolen property. Property stolen, your inheritance stolen. Devarim 28:31, children abducted and violated. Devarim 28:30, oppression. Devarim 28:33, become a reproach, made ashamed. Devarim 28:37, plagues of locusts and insects. Devarim 28:58 through 59, and last but not least, slavery and exile. Devarim 28 verse 41. And this is only a few of the curses that will come up on the nations that hate us. I'm making this video and I'm pointing this out so the nations and these trolls that love to come in my comment section. Matter of fact, let's call them out. Let me bring it out. There's this one dude. It's very interesting that people literally follow me just to argue with me. And this video is really more for him because he does this all the time. And I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, bro, because like, I don't know what your issue is, but y'all probably have seen him. So I did this post earlier, right? I said on my community on YouTube, I said, actually here, let me share this screen real quick. So look, this is what I said, family. I said, how is Candace Owens' anti-Black rhetoric any different than mainstream hip hop? Both are given a platform by these Europeans to spew sour cream supremacist talking points. These rappers talking about deleting their own, setting up their own, or stealing from their own. Mainstream hip hop is sour cream supremacy because essentially Candace Owens' anti-Black rhetoric is no different than these Ashkenazi folks paying our people to push destruction and anti-Black rhetoric. If it talks about the destruction of us as a people, it's sour cream supremacy. If it talks about setting up your own people, it's sour cream supremacy. If it teaches you to hate Black women, it is sour cream supremacy. If it teaches Black women to hate Black men, it is sour cream supremacy. If it encourages you to unalive unborn Abari children, sour cream supremacy. Now, this is what this person said. Let me scroll down. This clown, Slim Pickens. Rappers speak from their wicked hearts, has nothing to do with Whitey. Candace speaks the truth, own it. This person right here, Slim Pickens, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, Goofy. I'm calling you out. Every time I post something, he gets all in his feelings and he got something to say. Well, guess what? These curses will come up on you, okay? Because according to your way of thinking, you never want to call out your own. That's what I find so interesting. Like, you know, we repented for our ancestors. We repented for the wickedness that they did, and we decided to return to the covenant and follow the Most High. But y'all people never call out your own. You never say your own have done wicked. You never say your own got a judgment coming. You never say that your own are the most wicked individuals on this earth who have done nothing but oppress, beat, tear down everything that the Yahudim have tried to do and tried to become. That's why when I say, when the Most High brings judgment upon the nations, I'm not going to feel sorry for them, because we've been warning you and telling you, and you don't want to hear it. So go ahead and cleave to your sour cream supremacist idol and see what happens to you. All right, y'all. Let me calm down, because these folks. Season says she's supposedly canceled, but somehow, some way, she still gets booked on media shows. Candace Owens is trying to appeal to the Black community, but the thing is, we do not forget what people do. You built a platform. You see, everyone, every raccoon is going to have that Negro awakening at some point. They use you to push their sour cream supremacy. And then as soon as they're done with you, they discard you, because they always going to see you as a nigga first. Pardon my French, they're going to always see you as a Negro first. And it sounds good. It sounds good on the onset of it, right? They accept you. You think they accept you, but they're just going to use you. They love using Black people to push anti-Black rhetoric. And then as soon as you challenge anything about somebody with pasty skin, then they discard you. That's exactly how they work. And we've seen it happen so many times. It never changes, bro. Shishishana says they always run back to us. Look at Kanye. Y'all remember the whole White Lives Matter thing? Y'all remember that? Yeah. That's another thing. Candace, we have not forgot, sis. And like I said, bro, I'm not saying the Most High can't change her. I'm not saying she cannot be used by the Most High. I'm not saying none of that, because I believe the Most High can change anybody. But you got a lot you got to break away from. You got a lot you got to denounce. You got a lot you got to apologize for. And not just talk about it, not just apologize, but be about it. Okay, this right here is not okay. This right here is trash. Because, see, this follows the whole mindset of these people, where they just feel like their plight is the same as us. White lives, the reason why Black Lives Matter was created is because there's just too many examples of our people being unalived by a system of policing that aims and targets Black men and Black people as a whole. There's been too many incidences of this. We rioted when it was Rodney King. We rioted in LA. I grew up in LA, you know what I'm saying, around the time of the Rodney King riots. I was really young. I remember seeing it on TV as a kid. I think it was 92, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, family. I think it was 92. I might be wrong about that. I remember seeing it on TV and seeing them going crazy in the streets because of what happened to Rodney King. I remember it like it was yesterday. That did nothing for us. Tamar Rice, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Trayvon Martin. We can just keep going down the list, family. Every single time when it comes to Candace Owens, it's their fault. Oh, well, if they would have just complied, then maybe it wouldn't have happened. And how many of our people comply and are still no longer here with us today? We created Black Lives Matter because our people got tired of seeing young Black men and Black women disappearing and being deleted, even though they did comply, even though they did nothing wrong, because this system is built upon targeting us. I had an experience with the cops the other day. It's never beautiful when it comes to them. Because I'm a young Black male driving a car, I'm a target. All esteem to the Most High, I'm still here today. I'm still alive today because I got the protection of the Most High. But that doesn't mean that my experience with these pigs is pleasant. Not in the slightest bit. Exactly. Abigail says Ahmad Arbery, another one. And then you got people like this fool. Let me show you. Got this dude right here. F.O. Judah had mentioned him before. This guy right here, who's another raccoon. This clown. Oh, he's married to a white woman. So can you be shocked? This guy right here. He is one of the biggest raccoons I have ever seen in my life. He is the male Candace Owens. Okay? This clown right here, Officer Tatum. Shout out to F.O. Judah in the chat. He mentioned this clown. You know what I'm saying? He is one of the biggest raccoons I've ever seen. Just constantly blaming us, constantly bashing black people, constantly talking about we should thank the white man for bringing us here as slaves. Telling us we need to get over slavery. Well, tell them Ish folk to get over that thing that happened in Germany. Tell them to stop crying about it. They done got their reparations. They done got their land. They own everything. How about they stop crying about that crap? We don't care. They ain't even in the Bible. How they gonna claim to be us? I'm just saying. Marquia says yes, an officer is very telling. Sis, he used to be a cop. He used to be a cop. That's why he calls himself Officer Tatum. And in every single situation, when it comes to black people, whether it's black, whether it's white, when it comes to police, he gonna always defend them. That's what he does. Uncle Ruckus, that's exactly who he is. That's exactly who he is. Catmosphere says Candace still has strong conservative following. Exactly. And you got to understand something. This may not make sense to us because we're melanated people. But essentially, sour cream supremacists do have a problem with the Ish people. Now, it might be confusing for you or for me because we're melanated people, but sour cream supremacists believe that the Ish folks want to wipe them off the face of the earth because a lot of these sour cream supremacists complain of anti-white racism by the hands of the Ish people. This is how delusional they are. Even though they all come from Europe, different parts of the lands of the North, even though a lot of them come from the same Caucasus Mountains, what this is really about is the white-skinned individuals gaining power in the end. So you have the sour cream supremacists that are against the Ish people because they feel like they, the Aryans, so to speak, even though Hitler was fish. That's what's crazy. He was literally fish. And fish is a code word for the Rev 29s, just in case y'all know what I'm talking about. The Aryan race and the Nordic people and the Anglo-Saxons have a problem with the fish people because they feel like the power that the fish people have should be theirs. But when I look at them, all I see is just European. I'm like, those are your people. I don't know why y'all at odds with each other. Y'all all look the same. Y'all are the same. The only thing that they use to separate themselves is their religion. But ultimately, bloodline, Esau, Edom, they're all the dang same to me. I mean, I just have a hard time understanding how a white person can literally claim that it's racist to call another person white. I mean, like, what? That's just crazy. Mark Eon says he married his reparation. Right? Exactly. You know, and like I said, he's with a white woman, bro. Matter of fact, let me show you. So, Officer Tatum is married to this person. I was about to say something, but let me not say it. Some people might get triggered. So you got to understand, anytime it comes to these people that marry these folk, this is what they're going to be on. This is her right here. Okay? I mean, bro, really? And then he made like a whole video, you know, justifying why he goes after these kind of women. Candace Owens, did she have any black people at her wedding? Maybe this raccoon right here, but there were no black people at her wedding. Are you surprised? Absolutely not. And listen, people are all like, well, she supports the black family. Listen, I don't want to hear nothing from no black person about no black family if you don't even believe in marrying your own. You are not qualified to speak on black families if you don't marry your own. Period, point blank. You are not qualified. You've turned your black card in and retired it for the rest of your life. Tashara says that's exactly what Kay Williams said. Every black guy that has an image or famous will always date a light-skinned woman or a pale-skinned woman, because that always ends up, you know what I'm saying, being accepted amongst certain circles. Now, let a melanated black man marry a woman of darker skin tone. They're going to hide her. They're going to have to hide her to get into certain circles. Can't bring her around. They're going to make her stay at home. They can't get in front of the camera with her. They don't want that. J.N. Armstrong says, Officer T, Uncle Ruckus will pay too when that SHTF crap hit the fan. He will get swooped with them folks. Exactly. Imagine trying to say that white woman that she done married when her destruction is coming because she the one that's been putting these anti-black rhetorics all up in your ear. And you as a weak ass man sit there and subscribe to it. Won't even hold her accountable. Won't even say, you know what I'm saying? Why would you say that? You done forgot you are black. This is what I'm saying. Let's think about the psychology of Uncle Ruckus real quick, y'all. We're going to talk about his psychology. All right, look at this. So let me pull up an image of him, and I'm going to explain to you the psychology of Uncle Ruckus. And I might do a video on this, y'all, honestly, because it's important to understand raccoons, okay? Look, they have the Edomite spirit. So let me show you this real quick, and I'm going to explain this to you in a very psychological way that maybe you never considered. All right. So this is Uncle Ruckus. Okay. Now, in his mind, he is not so-called Negro, even though he's as black as the ace of spades, his lips, everything about his features, everything about him is Negro. Okay. But he hates himself so much. He has created this concept, this ideology, this delusion that somehow, some way, he has this disease or this skin condition that has caused him to look Negro. But deep down inside, he's really a white man. His bloodline is white man. He just has this skin condition that just came out of nowhere. The opposite of what Michael Jackson has. He calls it revitiligo, not vitiligo, but revitiligo, that has caused him to have darker skin. This is the delusion he's created in his mind because of his self-hate. Just like when you think of Officer Tatum, just like when you think of how they make these excuses, why they date these white women and how they look down on their own, they have been deluded in the way of thinking, so much so that they think in their mind, they forget that they're black. Number one, they look in the mirror, they don't see a black person. That's why they say, I'm not black and I'm American. I'm not Negro, I'm American. American is not a nationality. It is not an ethnicity. It is a citizenship. So you attach yourself to a citizenship more than your actual ethnicity or nationality. They only use I'm a black man when it's convenient for them, such as Officer Tatum. Well, I'm a black man and I voted Trump. But every other time you say, stop calling me black, I'm an American. Do you see how these people, yep, somebody said it, Steven from Django. He hates himself. Let me pull that up. I'm definitely going to have to do a video on this, y'all. This guy right here loves massa so much, okay? This is what I see when I see Candace Owens. This is what I see when I see Officer Tatum. When I see, Al Sharpton. Because even these Boule boys, this is them. They might talk about black issues. They might talk about empowering us as a people. But behind closed doors, this is exactly what they're doing. Even these rappers that are signed to these labels are doing this right here. Yeah, they might got the look. They might talk about things that relate to the black community. But if they are pushing death and destruction, if they are pushing unaliving their own, setting up their own, taking out their own, hating their own. This is what they doing. But anyway, y'all, I know I just did this whole video went in a whole nother direction. But it be like that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? All skin folks ain't kin folks. Exactly. Why you think the Most High said not all Yasharal is Yasharal? Just because they look like you don't mean nothing, man. It don't mean nothing at all. There's some people out here that will sell you out just as quick as the day is long and the night is dark. Tashara says Yexer is not dating a white woman. He said that. He said they had a past relationship with one. Facts. Oh, wait, hold up. She addressed me. Hold on. Wait. Let me go to it. May I ask, aren't you in a relationship with a white lady? Yexer, I support our relationship was found in the eye and do not see a damage or intervention. I was with a white woman. I was with a white woman. At one point, I was with one. I am not with one now. Okay. We dated, I don't know, maybe about 6 months. That was it. I am no longer with the white woman. And I will not go back to a white woman because honestly, the Most High has opened my eyes up about these folks. And yes, interracial marriage is against the Most High. He said not to mix with other nations. Have I mixed with her? No. Have I married her? No. Did I date her? Yes. Am I with her now? No, I'm not. So let me just be clear about that. Let's see. Eloy said, no, he's not. The children of Yahshua are not to intermix and marry those of other nations. It goes against the law of Yahuwah. And that's a fact. That is a fact. You're not supposed to mix. And it's not about color either. Because when the law was given in the Torah, and he said not to mix with other nations, keep in mind that Yahshua was surrounded by a bunch of melanated nations. He was. I mean, Yahshua were surrounded by the Canaanites, the Jebusites, the Hittites, the Egyptians, so many nations that were melanated. So it wasn't about color. It's because he has chosen a people for himself, and he said not to mix with other nations. It's just that simple. So no, I do not believe in mixing. And at that time I was with her. These are things I didn't understand, but I do understand it fully. And I would not go back on that moving forward now that I do have the understanding. Okay, I got you. Yeah, be safe in relationship. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that, sis. Just wanted to clarify that to you. No shade or nothing like that. From the days of Margaret Sanger, there's been an understanding that we key to our self-destruction. We are the key to our self-destruction. Yes. And let me show y'all something else. If you guys know about the civil rights era, there was a guy. I'm trying to think of what his name was. Huey P. Newton. Huey P. Newton said that Black unity is the most dangerous thing. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on a second. Hold on. Well, not Huey P. Newton, but hold on. Let me pull this up. I'm trying to find this quote. Huey P. Newton was one of the guys that fought for us, but there was someone, I'm trying to think of what his name is. Excuse me, y'all. I didn't mean Huey P. Newton. Huey P. Newton was one of our people that was fighting for us when it came to the Black Panther Party, along with Fred Hampton. But there was a segregationist, which I can't seem to find his name, but he was essentially saying that Black unity is the most dangerous thing, which is why I have talked about the importance of us sticking together, despite whatever the heck we going through. Yeah, I can't find it at all, man. That's all bad. I had it. I literally had it, bro. What is his name, man? J. Edgar Hoover. There we go. That's his name. Okay. All right. J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover. Let me see if I can find this here. Ah, there we go. Found it. Yada yada. Okay. So let's take a look at what this says. Boom. When FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover was asked what is his opinion was the single greatest threat to the United States of America, he responded, Negro unity. Take a moment to let that sink in. So we are a threat to this whole establishment, this whole country. Homie, why are y'all still fighting amongst each other? Why are y'all still fighting amongst each other, family? When these folks will literally admit Negro unity is the most dangerous thing to United States of America. Boy, man. L, sorry, you cannot justify mixing even if they are praising Yah. You cannot, sis. I'm sorry, L. There's no justifying it. Interesting. I'm in a relationship where we both serve Yah. Oh boy. All right, sis. We're gonna look at the scriptures. This is nothing against you, but we have to look at what the word of the Most High says. Now, I'm not encouraging you, if you're married to this person, to break up with them or divorce them. I'm not saying that. But if you are not in covenant with them, I would clearly consider what the words of the Most High says. So let me go to the scriptures and we're going to look at what this actually says, because, you don't want to be in transgression against the Most High. All right. I'm not here to rebuke you and I'm not here to talk down on you. Like I said, I've been down that road. I was not married to her, but I was, dating her. So I just want to show you what the Most High showed me. Now, I don't know if you're in covenant with her, or in covenant with him, I should say, but we're going to just take a look at what the Most High says. All right. So we're going to look at what the scriptures say. Let me pull this up real quick. All right. Here we go. Who says not to mix with the other nations? All right. This is Azara or Ezra 9, 1-2. Yasharah and the priests and the Luim or the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. For they have taken the daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the Kadash seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hands of the princes and rulers have been chief in this transgression, mingled their seed with these other nations. And the Most High called this a transgression. Okay, let's keep going. This is Ezra Shalashi, 3rd Ezra or Azara 869-70. The nation of Yasharah, the princes, the priest, and the Luim, so you can see the Levites just kept doing this, have not put away the strange nations of the land, nor the pollutions of the other people, to wit, of the Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Jebusites, Moabites, Egyptians, and the Elohim. For both they and their sons have married with their daughters, and the Kadash seed is mixed. So we have a Kadash seed as the men of Yahuwah. The Kadash seed is mixed with the strange people of the land, and from the beginning of this matter, the rulers and the great men have been partakers of this iniquity. So right here you have the Most High calling it a transgression, and right here you have him calling it iniquity. Okay, the Bible says with 2 or more witnesses, all matters are established, but we'll just keep going just for the heck of it. This is Tabiyahu or Tobit 4:12-13. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a woman of the seed of your fathers, and take not a strange woman to be your woman, which is not of your father's tribe. For we are the children of the Nabim, or the prophets, Nuach, Abiram, Yatshak, Yakub. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even all, that they all married women of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. Now, therefore, my son, love your brethren, and despise not in your heart your brethren, the sons and daughters of your people, and not taking a woman of them. For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay and great want, for lewdness is the mother of famine. Bamadabar, Numbers 25:6-8. And behold, one of the children of Yasharah came and brought into his children a Midianite woman. Now, let's pay attention to what happened when this Israelite man brought a Midianite woman to the camp. Let's see what happened. This is how serious this is. Pay close attention. In the sight of Masha, and in the sight of all the assembly of the children of Yasharah, whom were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the assembly. And when Panathiach, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aharon, the priest, saw it, he rose from among the assembly and took a javelin in his hand. So we're talking about a sword. And he went after the man of Yasharah into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Yasharal and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Yasharal. So this Levite, the son of Aaron, took a sword and deleted them both. One, because the Israelite brought a woman from another nation into their congregation. And so, according to the laws of the Most High, if you do that, it will bring a plague upon the children of Yasharal. Therefore, the only righteous thing to do was unalive them both. The scriptures are clear. I mean, it can't be argued. Now, as I said, I did not know this at one point, but I'm bringing this out so you can know. All right, I'm going to give you one more. You believe Jubilees 30:11 through 15. And do you, Masha, command the children of Yasharal and exhort them to not give their daughters to the other nations and not to take away their sons or any of the daughters of the other nations, for this is abominable before Yahuwah. For this reason, I've written for you in the words of Torah all the deeds of the Shakim, which were written against Dinah or Shechem, and how the sons of Jacob saying, we will not give our daughter to a man who's uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us, and it was a reproach to Yasharal, to those who live, and to those that take the daughter of the other nations, for this is unclean and abominable to Yasharal. And Yasharal will not be free from this uncleanness if it has the woman of the daughters of the other nations. So you will not be free from the uncleanness if you have taken a daughter from the other nations or a husband. Okay, that goes both ways. Or has given any of its daughters to a man who is of the other nations. There it is. For there will be plague upon plague, curse upon curse, and every judgment, every plague, and every curse will come if he do this thing or hide his eyes from those who commit uncleanness or those who defile the sanctuary of Yahuwah or those who profane his Kadash name. Then will the whole nation together be judged for all the uncleanliness and profanation of this man. Sis, it's clear. I love you, sis, but I don't know if you're married to this man, but the Most High doesn't want this. Okay, he does not. Why do you think that one of the curses of the scriptures of Deuteronomy 28 is that these heathens would violate our women, mix their unclean seed with our women? These were a result of our transgression of the Most High, and we were cursed to experience such pain and oppression. Let me show y'all something else real quick. This is going to be a little bothersome, but it's very interesting at the same time. So if you guys know about breeding farms during slavery, a lot of times during these breeding farms, mother was put against son. This is why I encourage you to not use the term MFer, okay? Do not use the term MFer because a lot of times that was forced on us during slavery. When you hear somebody say you MFer, that stems from the breeding farms where they would force the mother to have a child with her son in slavery. Just thought I'd put that out. Ella's an op. She needs to be blocked and removed. Okay, sis, but listen, I mean, I don't know what her response was, but I was she's been following me for a while. Newsflash, I am the white one in the relationship. Oh, wow. Whoa. You see, this is why, y'all, when I see people who don't have an image of themselves, sometimes I'm very, you know what I'm saying, skeptical, because you just never know who you're dealing with. She says, yes, it's abominable to marry someone who serves other deities. Who serves other deities? You are cheating on being Yexer. Okay. All right, sis. That's nice to know. I get it. You don't like it. I mean, if I was racist, bro, I would literally be telling you that you deserve to be destroyed. But I'm not saying that. So, stop it. Don't put that label on me. I know that y'all white women love the way we look. I know that these white men love our black women. But the Most High's word does not care about your social constructs. The Most High's word doesn't change because you are allowed to be grafted in. His word doesn't change. If you don't like me, if you don't want to rock with me no more, you don't want to play my songs anymore, you want to call me racist, so be it. But I'm not going off on what the word of the Most High says. If he said not to do it, don't do it. You want to continue to violate his transgression, you're going to have to answer to him. All right? I'm bringing what the word of the Most High says. I don't know what else to tell you. Aruka, I just came here saying we have to confess our sins to one another. If there's an ought with your brother, clear that up if you want your prayers to be heard. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, family. Well, to my moderators, thank you, family. She's been following me for a while. I never actually knew she was white. I'm gonna be real. I did not know that. That was something I just found out just now. Yikes. We're going to be dealing with a lot of people like that. She's been following me for a very long time, and it is, kind of shocking that she has a problem with me sharing scripture. So it's just kind of crazy, but this is how some of these people are. And you got to just, if they don't want to accept the truth, I don't know what else to say. Yes, we do. I aren't going to lie to you guys. Okay, Eileen, I don't know what you're talking about. If this is about the subject at hand, I think you need to be careful about what you're saying, because to say that we're allowed to marry other nations, that is false. That is not what the word of the Most High says. Okay, I've been very clear about this with you, and this is something you have to understand. As a matter of fact, I'm going to address you right now. I'm going to address you. Because yesterday you said something, and I want to address it, and I'm going to address you. I'm going to address you respectfully. Yesterday you had a problem, or the other day that I went live, you had a problem because you said in my teaching that white women a lot of times use their privilege to destroy black men and everything about them. I don't know if you've ever been with a black man, okay? But that is very true that they do that. Oftentimes, because if they've been with a white man, they'd never experienced that power dynamic, because the white man is king when she's with a white man. You might sit there and say, I'll never call the police on a black man. I'll never do a black man dirty. You know how many white women say that crap all the time? But as soon as they get upset, as soon as they get angry, as soon as something doesn't go the way they want to turn it around and put it on us. And unfortunately, we live in a society where a white woman can use that to destroy a black man altogether. And if the Most High said not to mix, it shouldn't even be a thought in your mind to even try to pursue an Israelite man. Because if Yahuwah said not to do it, you are in transgression against him by pursuing an Israelite man. You are leading him astray. You are enticing his flesh. You are enticing him to commit a transgression against the Most High. So you have to be careful about that. You cannot cleave to his people while having this idea in your mind, well, I'm going to mix with them too. That can get you to face the wrath of the Most High, and you need to be careful about that. But if what I said bothers you, obviously you don't understand how these people operate. And I implore you to understand that a little bit better, because there's just been too many instances of this happening. And we're only warning our people so they won't be in transgression against the Most High and make a mistake. That's all I'm saying. All right, continuing on. Okay, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut as an older sister. I don't like these ops trying to show discord. If you argument with the word, then get out, be gone. Yeah, true. I mean, you've got people that are like that. You know what I'm saying? And if people think I'm racist, bro, if me being for my own makes me racist, then maybe I am. If putting Yasharal above all nations, as Yahuwah has done, so is Yahuwah racist because he put us first? Is Yahuwah racist because he separated us from every other nation? I mean, he loves Yasharal, so am I not to love Yasharal? Am I not to look out for my people? I mean, I've never ever said anything opposite of that. I've never said the other nations can't be a part of the inheritance. I've preached that plenty of times. Several times I've done that. But you got to understand that there's a rise that's happening. If the Gentiles want to be a part of it, absolutely. You can join in. You could be a part of it. Grab a hold of the covenant. Find you an Israelite to attach to. Find you an Israelite to cleave to. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the work that I do, the majority of the time, it's going to be for Yasharal. Because the majority of this book, especially the prophetic books, is about us. Yes, there's a part about the other nations being grafted in. There's a lot in there about that. But I love my people as the Most High loves us. That's never going to change. And I will never put another nation above Yasharal ever. Because my plight is their plight. My struggle is their struggle. And that's not going to ever change. And we will be the kings and queens of all nations when Yahusha comes back. And because of what the heathens have done, because of the anti-Black rhetoric and the sour cream supremacy and so on and so forth, I had somebody write me yesterday and say, Yexer, these teachings you do to help encourage us really help. And our people need that. We're attaching to every single thing that's not of the Most High because we're trying to find an identity because a lot of us are still asleep. We're attaching to Cometicism, African spirituality, ancestral worship, the ways of ancient Egypt, paganism, witchcraft, sorcery, everything that's not of the Most High Yah, because we're people who don't know who we are. And we wouldn't be living so wickedly if this truth wasn't so suppressed and there wasn't so many people fighting against it. But we're trying to change that by bringing out the truth and bringing our people back to the Most High. We want that for our people. We want our people to come out of Babylon. The Most High came to our ancestors first. He came only to Yasharal. Yes, he's opened up a way to the other nations. But we are the covenant children, and that's never going to change. So if he prioritizes Yasharal, I'm going to prioritize Yasharal. If he said Yasharal is my firstborn and my beloved, then Yasharal is going to be my beloved because they're my people. I mean, I don't understand. The Ish people stick with each other and fight for each other. The white people stick together and fight for each other. The Hispanics stick together and fight for each other. Why is it when it's Black unity, it's a bad thing? This very truth is actually what's stopping us from following the ways of Babylon. This very truth is helping us to walk upright and righteous as the way that he's called us to do. This truth is causing us to pull away from the gangs, pull away from the drug dealing, pull away from the drug culture, pull away from the criminal system. But why is it bad? Because it's Black unity. If it was any other nation, nobody would have a problem with it. I just find that really interesting. Frank says, and that's happened so many times just in this generation. Yeah, absolutely, Aki. And I think that's why they're pushing this more than anything else. Just got to be careful. It's not you that are tracking Yexer, it's your followers. Well, I mean, possibly. Like I said, that girl's been following me for a long time. Since I literally first started this channel and I first made a TikTok. So, I mean, am I surprised? No, not really. But I've been saying this for a very long time, and my message has been very consistent. I've always talked about the other nations being saved and so on and so forth. But since I've been doing these teachings, since that documentary, and even prior to that, my message has been the same. So obviously you're just not paying attention. That's why I say people need to be watching the videos before they assume something about me. All right, reading some more of these comments. Yes, love your energy. All esteem to Yahweh. Some people can't stand me, but I don't care. I don't care. Calvin Sphere says there's power in the renewed covenant with the Most High Yah. Yes, there is. Absolutely. All esteem to the Most High. He said, if you love me, keep my commandments, keep the Torah, keep the commandments, believe in his son. The death and sacrifice and redemption of the Pesach lamb is based on Torah itself. Melanated by Yah says, we had nothing to do with Yahuwah's choosing, but man makes it my heart glad. I love my people. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, what's really interesting is this truth for me has been, it's brought so many things I've never experienced before. It's given me strength. It's given me hope. It's given me redemption. It's given me a sense of purpose, because when you're just told you're nothing but a slave, you're just black, you're just a criminal, you're just lazy, you're just this, you're just that, and you never get no love in this world. But when you read this book and you realize that the reason why the world hates you is not because you're so-called black, it's not because of these stereotypes, it's not because of sour cream supremacy, it's because he loves you more than any other nation on this earth. The Messiah of the Bible, that everyone must accept his blood sacrifice to even make it to the kingdom, was sent to us first. I hated my Negro features, but when I found out the Most High looks just like me, when I found out the Messiah looks just like me, when I found out that the Messiah is going to come and smite all of those who've oppressed us, wow, powerful. I found the strength in that. This truth has really been life-changing. And I say life-changing, I'm talking about life-changing for the better. Because I was a different person before I accepted this truth. I was a different person before I knew Yahuwah. And honestly, with all the goofy stuff I've done, I should either been unalived or in prison. But the Most High had a greater purpose for me. Ralph Comer, Shalom Ak. We have to understand that other nations are going to have rebirthing pains for them who believe in Yahuwah. It's going to hurt their spirit and consciousness. They have a separate pain and struggle to add. But you know what's crazy, Aki? This situation with these other nations is not amongst some of them. It's not. Some of them have said, somehow I've always known this. Somehow I've always felt this. Like they didn't say like I've known you guys were the people, but somehow being around black people, like I'm going to tell you about my Aki. I have an Aki, his name is Azara or Ezra, okay? And he grew up in Detroit, a white boy, blue eye, blonde hair, all of that. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get him on here. I'm going to let him tell y'all his story, if I can contact him, because he's been wanting to come on the show, and I would love for him to be able to tell you his story himself. So let me see if I could text him and see if he's available, because he can tell you how he grew up. He grew up around us, and he just knew something was different about us. We were very spiritual people, very genetically different than him. And he just knew. And it's like when he found out we were the children of the Most High Yahuwah, he embraced us 100%. He's like, it makes total sense. Because when I look at them Ish folk in Israel, bro, there's nothing about them that makes me think there's anything spiritual about them. But I knew it made sense when I've been around you guys. I grew up around you guys. I played basketball with you guys. This dude literally loved us so much. He got bullied by white people in school because he was playing b-ball with us. And honestly, the black people that he grew up around, they accepted him. You know what I'm saying? Because he never had a problem. It's just like Eminem. He grew up in Detroit too. Attached to the hip hop stuff. He never tried to claim to be black, but he embraced the culture. And he gave, homage where it was due to us, the purveyors of the culture. Yada, yada. So I don't believe that all nations hate us. I don't believe that at all. I believe a lot of them have known for a while, and it's all starting to make more sense now as this truth is being revealed. So let me text him real quick and see if he can get on this show. I don't know if he's available. If he's not, then I'll probably plan one. And I'm going to let him tell y'all his own story. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me keep reading his comments. Black unity is too much, is too powerful. They're fearful. They do fear us. Matter of fact, let me show you this. I'm going to let them admit it themselves. Family, I know this is a random stream, and I'm just like going everywhere, but sometimes it'd be like that. Okay. So this is a cop admitting that they fear black men. Admitting, let me see if I can find it. They fear black men. I think this was like, he was on like the news or something. Are police afraid of black men? Yes, they are. Let's take a look at it. This is a CNN clip. Fair use, YouTube. Fair use. Let's take a look at this. So I'm saying they hate you. Their fear is greater than their hate. Let me show y'all this.
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy
Let me
anything
take a look.
online.
We're going to look at this, y'all.
Don't spend another dime on Amazon
Hold on.
until you watch this first.
Can y'all hear
watch
the audio?
this?
Civil rights attorney Connie Rice joins us. She filed lawsuits against the Los Angeles Police Department back in the 1990s during the O.J. Simpson and Rodney King era.
If you can hear this, give me
Thanks
a
so
1.
much for being with us. Really appreciate it. You interviewed hundreds.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
You interviewed hundreds of police officers, and they were very, very honest with you over time. They talked about their feelings towards African-American men. What did they tell you?
Fascinating. It was very fascinating for me to hear, because once I got their trust and they realized that Chief Bratton, the chief of LAPD at the time, wanted me to find out what were his cops thinking. And so I just made up a list of very provocative questions, and I asked them, I said, what is it that makes you afraid? And they actually decided to talk to me. I don't know why, but they did. And they
Okay, so you see that. So she went to them. She interviewed 900 plus officers, and many said that they feared black men. Now, why do they? It's not so much because we're stronger than them. It's not so much because we're faster than them. It's not so much because, you know, we exude a certain sense of spiritual power and intellect and all these other things. It's more so because of who our Alua is. Because the Ish people are afraid of us. The state of Israel are afraid of us. And yeah, if we really wanted to overtake them, let's just say there's no bang bangs involved and it's literally just fists, we would totally destroy every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? So they do fear us. And that's why, Yashua, you have to understand that your unity totally destroys sour cream supremacy. It destroys everything that they thought that they could use to make you feel inferior. It destroys everything that they taught you to make us divided. Divide and conquer is the name of the game that they like to play with us. Let's get back to it.
They would say, Miss Rice, can I be honest with you? I'm afraid of black people. I never grew up around black people. I don't understand them. They scare me. Or, Miss Rice, I'm scared of black men. And I was stunned, but understood that they were being honest. And from there, once you understand the fears, you can address them and get them to dial it down so that there isn't a hair trigger response when they see a black man and they misinterpret every move that he's making as a threat.
So you didn't, when they were sort of coming clean and really bearing their souls, you also, in the course of this, didn't necessarily...
All right, we're going to stop there because I don't want to get too much of a copyright, but you can see that they're literally telling you the truth. They are fearful of us. And it's one, because they don't understand us. They don't attempt to understand. They're only taught to understand us the way that the system has taught them to understand us, that we're a threat. But if they actually sat and had a conversation with us, they would understand we're not as destructive as they think that we are. The system has taught them to be destructive against us more so than we are against them. And the only reason we would be destructive towards them is because we feel like they are a threat to us. And we're just trying to protect ourselves. Okay, so I just texted my Ak and I was trying to get him to come on. He's not able to come on right now. So hold on, let me just see. Let me text him real quick, y'all. I'm gonna try to get him on here real quick. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm texting him right now. He said, I most definitely want to join right now. Come into the chat. I'm gonna try to get him on because I want you guys to hear his perspective on this. Catmosphere says fear of revenge. 100%. That's absolutely what it comes down to. And that's another reason why a lot of these nations don't want to accept we're the people of the book. Because he said, I'm playing golf. I'm dying, bro. I told you guys he's from another nation. He's obviously a white dude. And like, of course, the dude is playing golf. I'm not surprised. All right, bro. I don't know if he's going to get on, family. Real quick. Okay. Reading some more of your comments. Cuz said he's playing golf, bro. I'm not surprised. Spanish laws broke up Hebrew Jew marriages and forced iron sisters to marry white JEWSs because the Portuguese blacks refused to intermarry. Yeah, 100%. All right, y'all. He's gonna get on, y'all. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Nobody, please come in. This is only for him. I'm dropping the link so he can jump in. He's been wanting to come on here for a while. I want you guys to hear it from someone who grew up around our people, and hear it from another nation. All right, so he's about to come in a second. He's been, like I said, he's been wanting to jump in on this, so I told him I'd let him know. So I'm going to pin it to the top. Be sure to join my Discord, family. Smash that like button if you're still here. Melanated by y'all says they know they treated us and they don't want to reap what you sow action. Yeah, you read books like Yakaza Call, books like Joel and the rest of them. I mean, it really can't be ignored that we are going to have a chance to recompense ourselves upon these nations. The Most High said it himself, and that's what they fear. That's what they fear. Let's see, reading some more. All people have subliminal fear of the unknown. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, is he coming in? I don't know if he's coming in. Hold on a second, y'all. If he doesn't, family, we're going to just keep on going. If you guys want to jump in, feel free to. I don't know if he's going to show up or not. I'm texting him right now. Click the link. I'm going to give him 30 seconds. Nah, I'm just playing. But reading more comments here. Yahweh's daughter says, well, we can't worry about what other people's pain is going to be like because we're still going through our own pain. Exactly. I'm not really worried about what the other nations are going to experience and what's coming up on them. All I can do is warn you. All I can do is warn you about what's coming. At the end of the day, if you reject the truth after you've been warned about what's coming up on you, I don't want to hear about your pain. I do not want to hear about it, because at the end of the day, you don't care that we're trying to warn you of what's coming. And it's not until the pain is poured out full strength on you, now all of a sudden you're crying about it. I'm not interested, bro. We gave you a fair warning, but you didn't want to hear it because it's coming from the Negroes. It's like, you know how they say, I accept the message, but not the messenger. It's like it's not that they reject the truth. They just reject the truth because it comes from you. Okay, well, you don't want to hear it, then that's on you. Me too, Yextra. Y'all changed my heart. I'm so grateful. Yada yada. Lady Udi says, I remember growing up and hated my hair. I wanted the white girl's hair. Never mind. I'll keep this thick, cute fro. Oh, yeah. Man, ain't nothing like that fro on a black woman, man. So beautiful. Just natural. Yextra, do you have advice for those who have to work on Shabbat? I do not recommend it. I do not recommend working on the Shabbat because it is something the Most High does not want us to do. Now, I don't know what kind of job you have specifically. Now, if it was me, if they want me to work on Shabbat, I'm quitting. That's how it would be for me. I'm going to quit the job 100%. I refuse to work on Shabbat. There he goes. All right. Aki is in the building, family. This is my Aki, Azari Ya'u, or Ezra. Ezra, click the link at the top of the chat, okay? It's pinned to the top of the chat. If you click the link, if you don't want to get on camera, nothing you ain't got to, I just want you to tell our audience about how you grew up dealing with the Ya'udi or the Ya'udim and how you realized from a very early age that there was something different about us. You know what I'm saying? And how it all made sense when you realized we were the true people of the book. So just click the link at the top of the chat. I'm going to bring you on and I'm going to give you the floor to just kind of talk about that. Because, you know, I know you've been wanting to get on. So click the link, Ak, and come on in. We're going to talk about it. But Kelly from New Jersey, Shalom Yasharal, blessed to hear. Hallelujah. Yahuwah, Barak, Yahuwah, all esteem to the Most High. All right. So, y'all, he decided to stop playing golf to jump in on this. So, that's pretty awesome. So, come on in, Ak. You just click the link. It'll allow you to jump in, and we can bring you on. Just make sure that there's not too much feedback on the microphone or anything, but you should be okay if you're using your phone. Let's see. Reading some more of these comments while we wait for him. Me too. I was raised in the South, and being dark skinned was not in when I was coming up. It's the melanin for me, though. Facts, bro. You know, and what's worse, bro, when I was talking about hip hop music, bro, it's like there's still a sense of sour cream supremacy, even to the colorism that's pushed so hard in hip hop music. What did Lil Wayne say? Beautiful black woman, I bet that B look better red. And like I said, bro, I think all melanin is beautiful, and melanin comes in all shades of brown. But it's just like when you're pushing light skin versus dark skin, I think that's a problem. All right, y'all, we're bringing on Ak. What up, Ak?
What's up? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, all esteem to Yahuwah, family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give me just a second. Let me put my headphones on. All right.
All right, for sure.
Okay.
Yada Yahuwah.
All right. Let's see.
I know I just kind of brought you on randomly, but I was like, this is the perfect time to bring you on. And you over here playing golf. I'm like, yep, there he is. Yeah. We're going to just give you a second to get your earphones on or whatever. You good? Okay.
I think so.
Can
you hear me?
We hear you perfectly.
Okay.
So tell our audience, we've got over 100 people in this chat. Family, please hit the like button, y'all. Tell us about your experiences growing up with the Yahudim. You know, I know you play basketball with our people, and even earlier on, you just knew something was special about us. And when you realized we were the true Israelites, it just all makes sense. Tell us about that experience for you.
Okay. Aki, give me like 20 seconds. Hold on.
Up, there we go. You good, Ak. Take your time.
Okay. Gracias. All right. I'm that. I had to hit a shot real quick. All right. So yeah, I grew up in the middle of nowhere in southern Indiana, and there was hardly any black folks where I grew up until I was in like 6th grade, and a black family came, and they lived about a mile or so from my grandma and grandpa's house where I lived on a farm. And immediately we became friends, and to this day we're still friends. And I remember I was in like 7th or 8th grade, and there was this redneck kid that was making fun of my friend Brandon, who was a black kid. And I was like, you know, he was little, so I was sticking up for him, and they ended up getting in a fist fight over that, just because, you know, the color of their skin.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always called like the N-word lover, things like that growing up, because I had family. I still have family that's racist. And, you know, a lot of people from where I'm from are racist. And I always wondered, like, why? You know, that was my question, like, for so long. Why? You know, and then when I grew a little bit older, I went to a bigger city, and I played basketball. I was living with my mom, and we were living in a really poor neighborhood. So all my friends.
And where was that, Aki?
That was in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Indiana, okay.
Yeah. So that's where my mom lived. So I went to go stay with her. I went to Terre Haute South High School, and all my friends were black. So I didn't think nothing of it. Like, no big deal. I played basketball all the time. They were all my friends everywhere we went, right? So for being around them, I was more attracted to black women, black girls at the time, because I was a teenager, but and so, but I always wondered, like, why. I always had a question for so many years, like, why are they always treated so different? And we're always told that it's because of skin color, right?
Right.
But when
Right.
when you research the scriptures, when you start to see who you as people are, who his chosen people are, right? You see who and why they're cursed, right? Why? Well, he cursed them because of their fathers and what their fathers did, and seeking other Elohim, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, and I grew up throughout that all my whole life and seen how like they were treated, and like I said, we were always taught it was about their skin color and this and that,
That
and
was
then you
that was
dig
a
deep.
huge cop out. That was like a huge cop
Yeah.
out to cover up the real reason, which I was just talking
Oh,
about. So
yeah.
yeah, definitely.
It's so crazy. And then now, man, I've always had a love for those people, and I wonder why. Like I always wonder why. I'm like, because they were treated so much differently, right? I seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I seen it all the time. Like, and they get treated different by everybody. They don't get the same opportunities that everybody does. They always, and then you get even their own people like, no, it's not about that. It's you got to work hard. You got to work hard. You got to work hard. But no, they're it's prophesied that they'll be slaves in a different different country or a different place that's not theirs for over 400 years, right? And that
Right.
just ended in 2019.
Mm-hmm. And
So
now the dry bones are awakening, and certain
yeah,
truths are starting to be
all
revealed.
esteem to the Most High that He's opening up the eyes of His people, and opening up eyes like people like myself who look like me, right?
Right.
And from the beginning, you and I have been really good friends, like brothers, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
since you and I just started talking, like I asked you millions of questions, right? Because I didn't know a lot of this stuff. But the number one thing about you that I like is you always back it up with scripture. A lot of these people that are in the camps and that just deny that anybody can be grafted in, they say it's only for the Yashralim can be grafted in. They
Right.
don't back it up with scripture. It's always what they think it says, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, man, is you got to, I think it's so vital. It's so important to know who his people are, especially here in the end times. If you don't know who his people are, you're going to be caught up in all this other nonsense that Christianity teaches or the camps teach or Catholicism or Judaism, whatever. You got to know who his people are.
Facts.
You got to cleave to Jacob. You have to.
Right.
Y'all are his
Absolutely.
people. And
Facts.
like you've always told me to, you've always said this. You said Hebrew or the Yashralim are the Negroes, but not all Negroes are Yashralim, right? You've always said that to me. Always.
Right. Yeah. Not all Yasharal is Yasharal. I mean, we might be of the bloodline, but our hearts may not be
Yeah.
where the Most High wants it to be.
Well,
You
no,
got
I'm talking about like people that are from Africa. You said not all of them are from the tribe.
no. Because I mean, if
Yeah.
you got people in Africa, you've got the Hamites, the Negroes are the
hmm
Yasharal, right?
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
Hamites, the melanated Hamites, those are a different nation. Those are
Yeah.
different people. So they wouldn't
Yeah.
be Negro at all. Only
Yeah.
Negroes are the Israelites. Yeah.
But the thing is, man, is I'm just so happy that the Most High has shown me these things, and I'm trying to teach my family that. My
Right.
family are not. They're not. They're from. Their parts of their bloodlines are Native Americans or Mexicans. So I'm trying to teach them this, and I show them this. I was showing my son this the other day. I said, why is it that these people, even here in Mexico, bro, where I live, they treat people that have a darker complexion as ugly or whatever? And I'm like, that's the farthest from the truth. They're beautiful.
And those people, those
Yeah.
Hispanics, those dark-skinned, melanated,
Mhm.
Afro-haired Hispanics, they are also Yahuda because they
Mhm.
came from West Africa, scattered to the four corners, and they're
Yep.
segregated from everybody else. They're treated like trash. They're
Yep.
experiencing
Oh.
those same curses of Deuteronomy 28.
Yep.
They're all Yahuda because Yahuda has been scattered to the four corners of the
Yeah.
earth, fam.
It's so. I'll just give me one more second. I gotta hit another shot. Hold on.
This dude. But yeah, listen, I don't want to hold you up, but
No,
I'm
you're good.
glad.
I'm gonna hit
I'm-
one, and then we'll talk again.
All right, I'm gonna take you off because I actually got to get off of here pretty soon. I just wanted you to share your story with us, and you can come back another time, and we'll definitely talk more. Okay? Oh yeah, he hitting that shot, y'all. Yeah, I guess I caught him at the wrong time, y'all. You know, he on that golf course, bro. It's like,
I'm back.
all right, look, I'm gonna bring you back on, bro. I'm about to close down the live, man. I just wanted you to come on, and
Okay.
we'll definitely do another show in the future and bring you back on. Okay, Ak? Uh-oh. You there? Okay. All right. He's off. All right, y'all. So that was my homie Azara. You know what I'm saying? He's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He is very passionate about the truth. This dude be all up in my comment section when these ish people comment. He be like, "You a heathen, you a heathen." Like, bro, he got a love for us. You know what I'm saying? He's helped me out many times. He's over here, you know, finding Israelites, getting them the Sefer. If they need a Bible, getting them the Sefer, telling them you're Yahshua, telling them you're Israelite. Anytime he sees injustice going against our people, he gonna stick up for them. See, when you grafted into Yahuwah's people, you have a love for us. A love so much where, you know, there's no talking trash on black people. He literally, you heard what he said. Even before he knew who we were, he got in a fight with this redneck dude that was talking trash on his Yahudi homie. That's the love of the Most High. These nations that cleave to us, you got to be ready to go to war for his people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying literally go to war, but if your people around you are making anti-black jokes, you're not going to be afraid to call them out. You're not going to be afraid if your family wants to turn away from you and call you a hard ER lover. You cannot be afraid of that. You cannot be afraid of being ostracized by sour cream supremacy and treated like one of us because you've cleaved to one of us. When you truly cleave to Yahshua, you will feel our pain. You will feel our plight. There won't be a part of you that say, I can't relate to that. Even though you may not be on the receiving end of it, you will be able to understand the pain the Most High feels when his children are out here, you know, being treated like nothing, being unalived every day. Beautiful, unborn Abari children being deleted by that so-called Center for Healthcare, which is all cap. He listened to my song, Aki Azara, that we just talked to. He listened to my song, Babies Matter, and he started crying. It touched him in a special place because he has such a love for the Most High's people. And to the nations grafted in, if this is something you experience, you've truly been grafted in because you feel the way Yahuwah feels about his people. There's no excuse. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that is like that, you know, we accept you. And I always say that. You know what I'm saying? Reading some more of these comments, it appears he's prepared to cleave to us as he should be. Yes, he definitely has. I would not bring him on if he was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I would not be calling him Ak if he's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And honestly, family, there are some people I've noticed that are from these other nations that have no issue with being, you know what I'm saying, being a servant to us. They don't have an issue with that. They say, you know what, I'd love to serve Yahuwah's people. After all they've been through, after all they've experienced, why should they not be allowed to be in a position of righteous rulership after everything that's been taken from them? And we're not just talking about here in America in these you know, current times. Because if you want to be honest, honest, there is no plight like ours. We're talking about thousands and thousands of years. In biblical times, we're talking about Egyptian captivity, Assyrian captivity, Grecian captivity, Roman captivity, American captivity, transatlantic slave trade captivity. We have nothing but a history of slavery. Nothing but that. So why should we not be in a position where we are allowed to righteously rule over the nations? Doesn't mean that we are going to literally treat you like how we were treated. The Most High wouldn't allow that. The Most High does have a standard for rulership, how a servant should be treated. Yahuwah said not to oppress the stranger, not to vex the stranger. See, the thing is, the difference between our rulership and the rulership of the nations is they act wickedly towards us. They oppress us. They beat us. They are us. We're not like them. We are not like them. We will rule in righteousness and love. We don't have to become like them. The moment we start to think like them and say, okay, you know what? We are going to beat them. We are going to do this. We are going to buck break them. Then we become like the oppressor. And then we have not stepped into our rightful place as priests. Now, to the nations that are sold to the Sabaeans, that's a different story. That is a different story. They will be sold into the hands of Yahudah and sold to the Sabaeans. Okay, so the Sabian situation is going to be different. Now, it's not going to be us that's doing these things to you. It's going to be them. But these Sabians are going to be worse than these colonizers have been to us. And there will be no mercy. There will be straight up slavery. And that's what we read about in Deuteronomy 30, verse 7. But if you make it to the kingdom and you are grafted in, best believe you will be treated with love and respect. But if you're not willing to happily serve Yasharal, you will not be accepted into the kingdom, because those nations that serve us will gladly serve us. Not because they're being forced to. They will want to. And I've met people like Ezra. I've met people like Danielle. And they say, yeah, I'll serve. I don't have a problem with that. I'm happy to serve y'all's people because I love y'all's people. That's the love of the nations that I want to see more. And as this truth continues to spread, hopefully more people will come into it. All right, y'all. We've been on here for a minute. Dang, homie. 2 hours and 25 seconds. I'm telling y'all, family, I could literally talk and talk for hours, bro. And this live stream went in a whole different direction. So, y'all, I'm gonna hop off of here, man. I don't really know what to say. Wow, this has been a great stream. We're coming back on Saturday, and also I'm gonna post the Discord one more time, family. Come on over and join us. We will be there in the Discord, and you're more than welcome to just jump on this, come into the Discord and join with us, and join the Discord. We'd love to have you. We are doing some great things over there, and like I said, we're still kind of building it up, but you're more than welcome to come to the Discord. I just pinned it to the top of the chat. I'll see you guys over there. I have some information I'm going to be sharing in the Discord with you guys. So thank you guys so much for sticking around, man. These lives be so amazing, bro. And I'm just really happy that I have you guys as a community and I could just talk. If I got something to say, y'all say it. Y'all stuck up for me when that lady came in. She started talking about, yes, sir. This is how I imagine she said it. Yes, sir. Your words are bordering on racism. Yes, sir. I don't like that. Yes, sir. I have a problem. Oh, dear. Yes, sir. I don't like that you said that. That is extremely racist. Yes, sir. Like, that's essentially what she was saying. But shout out to all my mods, praying for an Ali Shah, Amiya Yaki Yada, thank you, Ralph Comer II, all esteemed to the Most High, thank you for your moderation. Markia, beloved sister, always appreciated to have you here holding it down. All praises to the Most High. Shout out to everybody that's joined the live. Come join us over at Discord. You need to reach me personally. I know some people like, Yaxter, what's your email? You need to reach me. You can private message me on Discord any time of the day. I don't really be liking to post my email because I got too many trolls out here. You know what I'm saying? So come over to Discord. Let's all talk. Let's get to know each other. I'm going to pair you up with somebody that you can keep in contact with. I know this walk is lonely. I know it's rough, but we here for you. I created this community on Discord and here on YouTube so we can all have somebody to talk to. And I'm going to partner you up with a brother or sister in Yahuwah Yahusha, and we'll all, you know what I'm saying, we'll all talk over there, okay? I love you guys. All esteemed to the Most High. Frank Arborex says, I got here late and I was like, whatever happened escalated quickly. All esteemed to the Most High. All right, fam. Frank, hop on over to the Discord too. If you don't, like I said, guys, if you don't have the app, just please install it and click the link. And I'm also going to be posting the link in the description as well as the pinned comment below. The link only is around for 7 days. So, make sure to join as soon as possible. Ralph Kamor says, Shalom, Yehudi family. May Yahuwah keep you safe, bless you until we gather again. Barakatah Yahuwah. Khan, Barakatah Yahuwah Yahusha. Hey, let me just say a prayer real quick. Father, we thank you for this time of gathering. Once again, Father, we thank you for those of your children and those grafted in who have heard the word of your scriptures, Father, that are seeking you in truth and love and shalom. Father, we pray that you will help us get through this week. Whatever situations that the enemy has aligned to work against us, Father, we call it canceled in the name of Yahushua the Messiah. Father, we thank you for giving us a safe space for us all to gather. And no matter what type of trolls or individuals try to come into the chat, Father, we stand on one accord. We're not at each other's necks. We may not always agree, but Father, we walk in Ahab, love, and Amath, truth. And Father, we pray for your protection throughout the week upon our loved ones, upon our people, and upon the other nations who have cleaved to Jacob and have accepted the blood of the Mashiach, the Pesach lamb. And Father, I pray that you will keep and protect everyone and guide them all in your takbulah, ukakma, guidance and wisdom. In the name of Yahushua the Messiah, I love you guys. All esteemed to the Most High. Shalom.